On April 29th, Civic Action will welcome 500 civic leaders from all sectors, backgrounds, and experiences to Canvas, our 2019 summit. At Canvas, leaders will come together to roll up their sleeves, harness their creativity, and collectively generate Civic Action's new action plan for 5 pressing urban challenges: resilience to extreme weather, tackling affordable housing, preventing sex trafficking, unlocking inclusive leadership, and preparing for the future of work. Thanks to research developed with the University of Toronto's Urban Policy Lab, let's take a look at 3 myths on inclusive leadership. Myth 1. Senior leadership looks the way it does because those people worked harder than others. Hard work is part of becoming a strong leader, but often invisible barriers get in the way. In fact, practices like hiring for cultural fit can emphasize unconscious biases in decisions, diminishing opportunities for underrepresented populations. Myth 2. Conversations about diversity and inclusion are not as pressing compared to other workplace priorities. Some workplace cultures might consider conversations around inclusion nice to have, but those attitudes may jeopardize success, aside from being outdated. In fact, companies with greater gender diversity are 15% more likely to have financial returns above national industry medians. Myth 3. Diversity and inclusion are one and the same. Diversity and inclusion are intertwined, but inclusion involves the full and successful integration of diverse peoples into all aspects of our cities. Despite over 50% of Toronto's population identifying as a visible minority, representation across sectors doesn't reflect this. For example, visible minorities make up only 9% of public sector leadership, 17% of appointees to agencies and boards, and 30% of elected officials. For Indigenous peoples, representation is even less. As an example, only 1.3% of Financial Post 500 companies self-reported having Indigenous peoples on their boards. And when it comes to communicating inclusion, organizations are falling short. Despite identifying LGBTQ+ inclusion as a priority, Pride at Work Canada found that only 59% of workplaces communicated a strong message of inclusion to employees. At Canvas, senior and emerging leaders will address these realities head-on and paint a new vision for our region when it comes to where and how we live. For more information, visit www.civicaction.ca/summit2019.